The absolute biggest fraud in One Piece history has to be this bum Garp. I don't care what anyone says. Wallah Billah, cry about it, you fat losers. This guy, objectively speaking, sucks as a character. He makes absolutely no sense. He let his grandson die because of his bum title. He let his grandson die because of his 9 to 5. Like, it's crazy. And people are still defending him. But nah, man, you don't understand the complexities of the situation, and he would have lost his blah. I don't care, bro. It's his grandson's life on the line. Like, you pick your grandson's life over some bum title or some job. And not only that, right? Some people say, oh, well, it's Ace's fault because Ace is a grown man and that was his choice, right? One, even if that was true, he still should have saved him because Ace is still a young adult, right? You still make wrong choices as a young adult. He's what, 19 in the show when he dies, 20? And not only that, it wasn't his choice. It wasn't his choice because he's Roger's son. He literally says in the when he's locked up, they won't let him out. When he's locked up in Impel Down, he says, I would never become a Marine because I couldn't, even if I wanted to, because I'm Roger's son. And you know this. You've seen the backstory when Ace goes up to random strangers and asks, what would you do if I was Roger's son? They say we would hang him and torture him and set him on fire. And if that's not proof enough, if you see in the manga, there's literally panels when after Roger's death, when his wife is pregnant, I think the Gorosei or someone, they issue orders to the Navy to go kill or to look for pregnant women to make sure they kill his offspring and his wife so the Gordy Roger lineage doesn't spread. So tell me how the fuck would he ever become a Marine when they literally killed him off because his dad is Roger? Like, why didn't the Navy execute Jimbe or Crocodile or something? They were all the same level criminals as Ace, but they put Ace's head on the table because it was Roger's son. So stop with that bullshit. Oh, it was Ace's fault. He didn't have a choice, G. And Garp as a grandfather is terrible in general. Ace is asking his grandfather, hey, Grandpops, was it okay for me to be born, bro? I'm getting prosecuted, hated because of my father's sin. And this nigga responds with, you'll see as you live. Instead of saying, yeah, of course it's okay, you're alive. I loved you, you're my grandson, whatever, right? This nigga just says, you will find out yourself. Some grandfather he is. Fuck kind of advice did he give? He didn't give anything. Like, what did he ever even give to Ace? He didn't even save him. And don't give it that, oh, if Ace asked him to, he would have saved him. But he didn't ask. He should have saved him anyways. Even Dadan herself said it. Your bum title as the hero of Navy is more important than your grandson's life. Like, well, how does that make any sense? And this is also why Garp is a terrible character. Because people say, nah, man, you don't understand. It's because his duty and his principle and blah, 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 and this, right? What? Like, what duty and what principles and what morals does Garp have? Because it doesn't make any sense, right? He doesn't want to get promoted, and everyone thinks, oh, the base Garp. He doesn't want to get promoted to an admiral because he doesn't want to respond to the celestial dragons. Blood, you still work at the company. You're still responding to them regardless. Like, how are you the hero of Navy, and you don't think you're, like, inadvertently you're still helping the celestial when you help the Navy, don't you? Everybody knows that's true, right? And you want to know how Garp got the title of Hero of Navy? It's because he saved the Celestials, by the way. That's how he got it. So this guy can go risk his life for his bum coworker Kobe, but not his grandson. He can go and risk his life for the supposedly moral high ground Garp has that he hates the Celestial, but he still went and risked his life to fight Zebex, my goat Zebex, packing up the bum Celestials. But he goes and saves the celestial dragons, but he's supposed to be some moral high ground. He can save murderers and child molesters and slave owners and genocidal maniacs, whatever these celestials be doing, right? We've seen them. He can do all that, but he can't save his own grandson. And for some people say, oh, he wouldn't have made a difference in Marineford even if he tried. So what? He could have saved him in Impel Down if that's the case, right? Who's gonna stop Garp, Ace, and Jinbe from escaping Impel Down? Masalan, Lamafao. That's not gonna happen. We all know that's not gonna happen, right? Especially if he was there. Okay, I guess he didn't know that Luffy was gonna come, but still, Garp, Ace, Garp and Ace alone, they're enough to escape. But Garp, Ace, and Jinbe definitely alone. So don't give me that. Oh, he couldn't have stopped Marineford. He could. We've seen how broken he is. And if he couldn't do that, he could have saved him at Impel Down. But Ace made his own decisions. No, he didn't, like I said before, because he was Roger's son. He didn't really have a choice. He would have got executed as soon as they found out that he was Roger's son, right? And Ace, like I said before, this moral high ground Garp, he goes and saves murderers and rapists, these celestial dragons. And Ace, he was a good person, bro. He helped one of them starving kids in Wano, and we saw Ace. Like, he wasn't, you can twist and turn it all you want, but Ace wasn't obviously evil. Like, he was a good person. He was literally his grandson, but he still didn't save him. Like, genuinely speaking, give me a single good reason because why he shouldn't have saved him. What? He would have got demoted. Like, what would happen? Big deal, bro. Or his whole life serving the Navy, the people who slave and kill and torture and do all kind. Bro, look at the Navy HQ, bro. Like, look at what they do. They have slaves everywhere. Like, am I supposed to... What more? Like, what honor and moral work is Garp gonna lose out on helping Ace, bro? Nothing, bro. Like, enough with this. His duty and his blah, blah, blah. He should have saved his grandson. This guy can save slave owners, like I said now 1,000 times, but he can save his own grandson. How does that make any fucking sense? This guy sucks, bro. Wallah billah. Closing statements, right? The Garp is a fraud because even if you look at that panel or rewatch that scene when Roger tells Garp to take care of his son, right? He says, "Why are you telling me this? The Navy is gonna, if they find out, they're gonna kill him, right?" So the moral high ground Garp knows that the Navy is gonna kill some innocent child that hasn't done anything wrong. He's not even born yet. But I'm supposed to believe this guy is some moral high ground saint or whatever the fuck you guys be saying. Like, oh wow, he's so base because he doesn't want to listen to the Celestials, lol. And then he goes and saves them. Like, whoa, like, it's not adding up, bro. I'm not a genius, but this is not adding up. Like, you can't make this guy seem like some moral guy, and then at the same time he's speaking to his whatever rival or whatever Roger was to him, and saying, hey, by the way, bro, you know the Navy will literally kill your infant child if they find out. Like, that's not a sentence you just say point blank without any form of like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, why is the people I devoted my whole life to willing to kill an innocent child? Like, maybe he should ask himself that question instead of just going, well, nah, man, Garp is so base because he doesn't want to speak to the Celestial, bro. Like, it doesn't make any sense, bro. Garp is a bum. He's a fraud. We don't respect him. Wallah billah, I don't care. Oh, he looks cool and he has cool punches. I don't care, bro. I just explained a million times why he's a fraud. The guy couldn't save his grandson, and he's supposed to be some moral expert or whatever. But he goes and helps slave owners and child molesters and pedophiles and whatever these Celestials be doing, right? And yeah, like instead of saving his grandson, he goes and dick rides these Celestials. Even though he doesn't respond to them, but he still helps them inadvertently. Like the latest arc, that fat fuck Sentamuro, whatever his name is, he opposed the Navy and he was willing to die for Vegapunk, for his friend. But I'm supposed to believe that Garp isn't willing to do the same for his grandson, lol. Explain him then. Then why was he willing to oppose the Navy to save Vegapunk? Because he truly believed that was right, and he was. And not only that, look at Fujitora, for example. This guy has been in the Navy for what? Half the time the supposedly hero of Navy has been there, and he freed the slaves in Dressrosa, and he abolished the Shibukai, and he went against the Navy, right? But Garp didn't go against the Navy to save his own grandson. Like, how does that make any fucking sense? But anyway, that's about it for the video. Garp's a bum, he's a fraud. Like, comment, subscribe, because I'm trying to make it out the trap. Walla, bila.